Here's a quick clip from my Grateful Palette Art Membership live session this month, where I'm using the scoring technique, also known as Sgraffito, on the gel plate. And this I used to create a unique landscape composition. And it was so much fun because there's always an element of surprise, even with the ghost print. So let's check it out.
I guess I wanted kind of like a two-tone, like browns at the bottom there. And maybe like a sunset here. So you can play around with your background. Oop, there I go with the plenty paint. Okay, so when I want to draw, I can use a brush, or I can use a pencil, anything with a point. You can use the edge of a small brush. You can use the brush alone, like I have a stiffer one that I didn't wash off. You can use the tip of these palette knives, anything, but I like the pencil because it kind of helps me like draw like a detail if I wanted a detail. So I want to put my horizon line right here. And I'm going to put my little, so this is what I'm following. I love that circle area. So I think I'm just going to make that to give some texture. I put in my trees. Now these are just for, you know, to give you some idea. So you don't have to do it exactly as it is there. And another thing I forgot to say, when you're scoring into it, you want to wipe off whatever tool you're using. Now you could just have it as an outline like that, or you can go in if you wanted more contrasting. So you can take off more of it. It could just be an outline, or you can actually take off. Another tree, I'm going to put another little one here. Now this paint is still pretty wet, so I have time to keep painting into it. But you could see, I mean, scoring into it. You can see when it starts getting too dry because you don't want to stay there for too long. I like to put in my little birds. Smaller, it's further away. All right, and then I have my beach. Ooh, this area is drying because it was thin. Right there was thin. So we'll see how that goes. So I'm probably not going to get much out of there. Let's see what happens. Yeah, that area, because I didn't put too much paint in. But that's the fun of these things. You learn from each one you do. Like, oh, I should put a little more paint. Sometimes it's too much paint. So if it's a thin line, the paint just comes back in and covers the line if it's a very thin line. Oh, I was supposed to use one of the colored backgrounds, but I didn't. That's okay. We'll see how it looks with the white. And here we go. That looks actually like a painting. Very painterly. Very grungy painty. So there you have it. And then you can think about different colors. Maybe if it was a black background, kind of like a silhouette kind of feel, and see what happens with that. Now this is pretty dry, so I don't think it's going to give much of a ghost print. Oh, wow. You see, this is what I'm talking about. These are the surprises that you get. I like what happened right there. And it took off a lot more than I thought was going to take off in the ghost. But sometimes you think that, you know, jelly plates, and you see a lot of people use, most people many people use jelly prints for collage, which is beautiful. And I use a lot of my collage material come from my jelly prints. But I also love to do like finished pieces with it, or even beginning pieces. And then I can go in and paint or add to these, and it becomes a full finished piece.